Good evening. Welcome to Newmarket, Ontario for Game 3 of the 2025 Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League season for the defending Eastern Conference champion Kahnawake Hunters. And this the first time the Hunters have been to Ray 20 Arena since 2019. The last time the Hunters traveled to Newmarket, they were playing at the old Magna Recreation Center, which is about 10 minutes away from here. The Hunters and the now newly christened Newmarket Redbirds, they've been known as the Newmarket Redbirds. They are 0-1 on the campaign, suffered a really tough loss here last week, or over the last week against Aurelia. Now, Newmarket in that game scored 5 goals in the first period. They were up 5-0 after the first period against the Kings. Aurelia outscored them 7-2 in the second. And then in the third period, they outscored Newmarket 6-4 and won that game by a final score of 13-11. As we look at the up-to-date standings in the Far East, the Hunters tied with Gloucester, 1 win and 1 loss, but the Hunters obviously, of course, the head-to-head victory over Gloucester. Nepean 2-0, Akwesasne 0-2. They're not too far away from here, the Thunder. They are playing at West Durham. That's where we'll be tomorrow at 12:55 p.m. with coverage of Hunters Lacrosse, kicking off with the pregame show brought to you by Burning Leaf. And that, of course, is the main sponsor of this pregame show. Hunters Lacrosse on Baby Blue Memories also brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, as well as Mohawk Super Bingo. Do new branded Bordeaux Yogurts. Hopefully you are enjoying the festivities and the coverage that we've been able to bring to you, because we sure as heck enjoy bringing these festivities to you. Now, tonight is a very unique night in Kahnawake Hunters history. For the first time ever, the Junior B Hunters and the Junior C Hunters are playing on the same night. Of course, the Junior C Hunters are also in the GTA. Derek Stacey is actually coaching them tonight, as Eric Jacobs will be back to coach the Junior Cs tomorrow. And we'll try to get an update for you from that game as soon as possible. Of course, they're starting at 7 o'clock as well. They'll be playing tomorrow at 2 o'clock in Whitby. So maybe on my way back from the Hunters and Ironheads, my daughter and I could stop by and see how the Hunters, the Junior C Hunters, are doing over there. A couple of notable changes for the Hunters coming into tonight's game. Ruda Haji Jacobs is not wearing 2 tonight. He's wearing number 9. Bryce Stout is wearing number 2. Casey Lahash out for this weekend's games. He's ill. So Kig Shognosh is going to be the starter. Ethan Brascoop is the backup for the Junior Cs. For the Junior Bs. The Junior Cs have Leland Lahash and Bryce Montour in between the pipes down in Clarington tonight. And tonight marks the debut of Winter Rivera. That's right, Winter Rivera in the lineup for the Hunters. 99 points in 17 games 2 seasons ago as a 16-year-old. He played last season for the Seneca War Chiefs. And now Winter Rivera in the lineup for the Hunters tonight. Of course, we mentioned 99 points in 17 games 2 seasons ago for the Six Nations Rebels. He is in the lineup for the Hunters tonight. Coverage starts at 12:55 with the Burning Leaf pregame show. The Hunters and the West Durham Ironheads.
Welcome to Ring 20 Sports Complex for tonight's Ontario Junior Lacrosse game between the Kahnawake Hunters and your Newmarket Redbirds. At this time, we ask your able to please stand and remove your hats for the play of Postgame.
And they are going to play the Canadian national anthem here. Game 3 of this 2025 Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League season is about to begin. The Kahnawake Hunters and the Newmarket Redbirds. The Hunters in black with burgundy and white. They'll be playing from left to right here to start this game. The Redbirds in what you would have guessed, red. They also got some black and white trim on the sides and in the fonts. King Sognos between the pipes for the Hunters. And over here to our right, still waiting to see, but it looks like it is number 30, Griffin Baker, getting the call for the Redbirds. Our head official for this game is Leighton McNaught. Here on the far side, or on the near side, I should say. Leighton Bomberry gets the center to take this opening draw for the Hunters. And there we see Saganugwatsu Yanis Rice. Rice Stout. Jensen White. And Winter Rivera, the 5 for the Hunters. And this game is underway with Jensen White winning at that opening face-off. Brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. The Hunters in possession, led by Cayman Daibo, Owen Rice, and Winter Rivera up front. Dehahande Albany and Saganugwatsu Yanis Rice on the left side. So righty heavy offense for the Hunters. Shot clock is down to 7. Rivera swings it to Rice. Rice got the step, he shoots, not on. And that will go out of play. Shot clock violation, Hunters. Sago had some room short side there, just not able to put it where you want to put it. As Newmarket brings it in. Kyle Burley back out for Scott Burley. Scott Burley 22, Kyle number 23. Passes thrown up in the air and intercepted by Darius Jones. Jones, backhanded pass. Tracked in by Dehainudakwa Norton, and he will slow it. Now goes behind the Redbirds' goal. Norton fakes the pass and swings it to the near side where Saganugwatsu Yanis is in possession. Rice isolating up top against Emmett Ross. Now they switch. Back up top. Rice, Owen Rice with 5 to shoot now. Owen Rice got free. Score! Owen Rice outweights Baker, then tucks it in just underneath the armpit. And the Kahnawake Hunters strike first here in Newmarket. Face-off violation on Leighton. I don't know, baby. Face-off violation on Leighton Bomberry gives possession to Newmarket. Here's a whip shot, not on, and a rebound bounces back into Newmarket territory. So the Gayantu Van Domelen tracks it down for the Hunters. And Van Domelen waiting to get some fresh troops from the bench. We're doing a Hajj Jacobs, number 9, out there for the Hunters. Swung to the far side where Leighton Bomberry cuts to the middle. Swings it to Jacobs, back up top, shot clock down to 7. And that's right on, a rebound scooped up by Baker. And Bomberry has a stick shatter on him. It's amazing how those twigs are able to snap like that. I did not see any stick contact, but get that out of there, says the official. There's a shot, and Shognosh turns it aside. And that is a possession call, giving it to the Hunters. Jensen White, Wesley Morris tracks it in. Morris at center, greeted by the opposing number 10 of Keelan Blandon. And now it's Cayman Daibo at center. Right where the blue line would be in hockey, or the restraining line in lacrosse, if you will. So going to go to Yannis Rice, threw it out over the top of Hyundai Albany. Back out to the Newmarket bench area, 6 to shoot. Suggo around the screen, Rice lets it go, stick stay made. A rebound, back in, Hunters get a fresh 30. This game is also brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo, 1-0 lead for the Hunters. Hyundai Albany back up top to Owen Rice. He looks and gets it off to Cayman Daibo. Back in front, Rice has the ball slip out of his stick. Albany, and Newmarket's on it. Thrown up, and that'll be thrown back out towards the restraining line. Knocked down by Darius Jones. D. Jones has it knocked away. Still battling for it. This is still Newmarket possession until now, as Jones scoops it up. Great hustle on that Lucy by Darius Jones. And the Hunters will gain possession. Ruda Hajj Jacobs, 15 years old, getting his first call here. And that is going to be a wasted possession for the Hunters. That's just thrown away. Baker, stolen! Ruda Hajj makes the move! Save! He scored a lot of goals on this network, but never as a junior B Hunter. That would have been something. Back up top. Ball's on the right-hand side of the Hunters' goal. That pass is a little wild, and it nearly lands into the stick of Tylan Daibo. Shot clock reset, should not have, but the Hunters scoop it up, so it does not matter. Zane Chief Moon gets it over to Cayman Daibo. And he'll get it over to Dylan Martin. Martin, Bomberry. Dylan Martin going downhill. Moving pick, no goal. Back on the Redbirds. 1-0 lead Hunters thanks to a goal from Owen Rice. Here's Burley. Kyle Burley, 23. And the Birds looking to attack. Swung out. Comes to the near side. There's a long shot. Stick state made Shognosh. Darius Jones picks it up. Jones up the floor. Jensen White not able to reel it in. The ball will bounce. And Newmarket scoops it up. Van Domelen took it away, and it's stolen instead by Jensen White. Good stick work by Van Domelen. Gives the Hunters a 30, or a new 30 here in Newmarket territory. 14-15 left to go in period 1. Saganugwatsudu Yannis Rice. Back up top for Martin. Rivera, spinorama. Went to Rivera. Draws a double. Back out. Owen Rice fires. That's stopped. Fresh 30 Hunters. Baker got a piece of it with his shoulder. Dylan Martin fires, not on. Crease violation on the Hunters Newmarket ball. Chief Moon pressuring high. And Chief Moon, that's a moving pick. Great work by Zane Chief Moon, forces the turnover. De Howard Oru Daibo, back out to Cayman Daibo. Cayman up top for Owen Rice. Leighton Bomberry. Cayman Daibo has De Howard Oru open, he shoots, bad save made Baker. A rebound, Rudo Haji Jacobs, shoulder save made by Baker. Still loose, Owen Rice is on it, and the Hunters get a fresh 30. The Hunters are on the loose balls today. That was not the case the other night against the Peon. Bomberry out in front, came in, shoulder to side. A rebound, Owen Rice. Can't track it, scooped up by the Redbirds. Owen Rice pressuring, he doesn't have a stick. Redbirds come back. Comes out in front, passes a little wild, stays in play. And dead stolen. De Howard Oru Daibo on the takeaway. And he gets it out to Saganugwatsuru Yanis. Shot clock is at 17. De Howard Oru going to the bench for a change. Leighton Bomberry, the new Hunter. Rivera, doubled. Swings off, the pass off the mark. Shot clock down to 3. De Honde has to fire, he does. Save made, and a rebound corralled by Baker. And we've got a timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Want to look and feel your best? Trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness since 2022. Back come the Redbirds, trailing 1-0 here to the Kahnawake Hunters. Pass is partially deflected en route, but Burley picks it up. Or that's McLeod, sorry, number 12. Brennan McLeod. Back for the Redbirds. Swung over to the far side. There's an overhander that does not hit the net. And the Hunters are on it, press 30. And Dehainernukwa Norton is knocked down, and the Redbirds are on it. Ball is knocked away by Dehainernukwa Norton. And Norton picks it up here at center. Brings it out to Cayman Daibo, and he'll go to the bench for the change. And Mr. Norton. Owen Rice went to Rivera, Cayman Daibo, the 3 out there on the right side. Ruda Haji Jacobs and Saganugwatsuru Yanis on the left. Back up top. Rivera, or that's Cayman shooting, that's sticked away, a rebound. Rivera tried to swoop in there, and I think Baker just got it in the crease. 10:37 left in the first period, 1-0 lead for the Hunters. But their pressure has been overwhelming at times. Burley busts out of it, back out. There's a bouncer, not on, a rebound picked up by Darius Jones. Jones back in. Shot clock down to 20. Jones back out. Bomberry to Martin. Martin has a look, fires, and that's sticked away. Shot clock down to 11 as that did not hit the goal. De Howard Oru back out to Leighton Bomberry. To the middle, that is a moving pick called on Cayman Daibo. Newmarket possession. You're watching us live on Baby Blue Memories. 1-0 lead for the Hunters here against the Newmarket Redbirds. And we're waiting on updates. We got a penalty coming up here on the Hunters. Extra attacker on for Newmarket. There's a chance, not on the net. And it is I think it's an unsportsmanlike conduct here. Okay, 3-1 score. The Clarington Shamrocks leading our Kahnawake Hunters Junior C team. And it's time for a Mohawk Super Bingo find the Queen Hunters penalty kill. Someone on the Hunters bench picked up unsportsmanlike conduct. So Dehainernukwa Norton's going to have to serve this penalty. It's a bench minor. And it's time for the Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters penalty kill. Brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. The draws are held every Sunday on Zoom. Redbirds score! Belmonte, who had 7 points the other night, including 4 goals in that 13-11 loss to Aurelia, whips it by Shognosh, and this game is tied at 1. Gee, that power play lasted 12 seconds. And honestly, it felt like less. Redbirds tie the score, 1-1. Here with 9:20 left to go in period 1. Cayman Daibo back on it. Daibo busts out of it, threw it back for Rivera, and Jones scoops it up. Shot clock down to 8. Winter Rivera isolating near side. Got in there. Shoots. He's turned aside. A rebound. And a checking in the crease call against the Hunters. Tehahande Albany is going to the sin bin. Checking in the crease on Albany, and he's arguing that should be a possession call, but it's not if you check a guy that has the ball in the crease. So once again, time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters penalty kill. Let's hope this one's a little better than the last one. It lasted all of 12 seconds before Noah Belmonte scored. And this is a good start. Stout coming in, has a chance, and he puts it into the chest of Baker. Noah Belmonte, who has the Redbirds goal. Hey, mad shout out to the PA announcer here. He was able to say Tehahande pretty well. I like it. 8 minutes and 10 seconds left here in this opening period. Game tied 1-1. There's a long shot by Belmonte, hits a shin. And they rule it went off of a Newmarket player, so. Up the floor, Owen Rice, 2-on-1. Rice. And it stopped. Big save and tight as Dylan Martin turned away. That's one thing we have to mention here. The netminder for Newmarket has been terrific thus far. Winter Rivera, 3 righties out there for the Hunters. Rivera to Hajj Jacobs. Jacobs. Spin round, we got a penalty coming up. It's a high stick, and that'll put an end to the Newmarket power play. So with 40 seconds left on it, the Hunters will have a 4-on-4 here for the next 7:28. 1-1 tie. The Hunters have got plenty of opportunities, but Griffin Baker has completely stumped them. 4-on-4, by the way. Saganu Guatsunu Yanis Rice out there along with Ruda Haji Jacobs, Winter Rivera, and Dylan Martin. On the right-hand side of the Redbirds goal. Winter Rivera sets the screen. Dylan Martin open. He fires! What a stop by Baker. He got it with the left shoulder and kept it out. And I mean, Martin threw the kitchen sink at him. 20 seconds left to go in the 4-on-4. Shot clock is down to 13, so Newmarket coming in. Good defense by Tylen Daibo, forcing the Burley to go out. And that's a free hand called on Newmarket. Hunters ball with 1 second left. Penalty's over. It's time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters power play. First one for the Hunters tonight. Cayman Daibo, Dylan Martin, Owen Rice, Tehahande Albany, and Saganu Guatsuru Yanis Rice. Owen Rice, Cayman Daibo. Down low, quick stick, Sago turned aside. Martin behind the net. Dylan back out, Cayman Daibo to Owen Rice. Owen swings it to Albany. Rice, Tehahande back out to Cayman Daibo. 17 to shoot, Owen Rice. Down low, quick stick, score! Power play goal. Saganuk Watsanuk Yanis Rice. The Hunters have hit the jackpot and found their lucky lady, just like you can by playing Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. The draws are held each and every single Sunday on Zoom at 5 p.m. You can only buy the tickets on the floor at Mohawk Super Bingo. Lead for the Hunters, perfectly executed right there. And still 3-1 for the Clarington Shamrocks in that Junior C game over our Hunters at Rickard Arena. Back on the Hunters. 3-on-2. Owen Rice. Save! Baker! Owen Rice at the steal! Shot fakes! Looks! Hits Rivera! Rivera! Spins! Shoots! Not on! And Newmarket's on it. Fresh 30 now for the Redbirds. The Hunters' pressure defense has been really good thus far. Look at the pressure by Van Dommelen. Forces a errant one-handed pass, and Darius Jones is on it. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Redbirds have not been able to crack that thus far. The Hunters seemingly have been having a hard time cracking the Rubik's Cube, known as Griffin Baker, up to this point. 2 goals on several scoring opportunities. Rivera, he's yet to get one. Cayman Daibo. He did have an assist on the last goal. And he scores here! Cayman Daibo finds it through the wickets. And that'll make it 3-1. Cayman Daibo finds a seam. And the Hunters have the first multi-goal lead of the night. Oh boy, I can't believe I'm saying this, but for some of you kids out there, 14 years ago, this band was unstoppable, LMFAO. They were the most unstoppable force in the universe, and then they just quickly disappeared. Winter Rivera with the assist on that one. 3-1 lead here for the Hunters. Deha Hyundai Albany back up top. Owen Rice to Darius Jones. Jones around the screen. He shoots. He scores! Darius Jones finds a seam. And it's 4-1. Four to 1 lead for the Hunters. This goaltender's timeout is brought to you by the team at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Want to look and feel your best? Trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, located at the bottom of Blind Ladies Hill. Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness since 2022. And of course, that's the first year we started doing some of these live broadcasts. Game 3 of 20, we're on the air once again here on Baby Blue Memories at 12:55 tomorrow. The Hunters and the West Durham Ironheads. Cayman Daibo's pass is intercepted. Good read. That'll be a high stick. Yep. And the Hunters will have to kill off a penalty. Cayman Daibo goes off for the high stick. And it is time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters penalty kill. Newmarket 1 for 2 on the power play so far tonight. Or you could say the Hunters are 1 for 2 on the penalty kill. Redbirds in possession. There is the goal scorer for them, Noah Belmonte. 4 goals, 3 assists the other night against Aurelia. There's a shot, that rings the iron. And bounces back into Newmarket territory where Belmonte will scoop it up here for the Redbirds. Cayman Daibo 2 for high sticking. 3:45 left to go in the first. 4-1 lead for the Hunters. And that will bounce by Belmonte and force the Tendy to play it. Shot clock's at 10. Belmonte swings it. There's a shot. Sognosh has it land away from him. And the Hunters are on it. Bounced over. And Owen Rice is into Newmarket territory. Rice puts on the brakes and lobs it back to the top where Rivera has it. Winter Rivera, 2 assists in this game. Owen Rice. He's got an assist and a goal. Pass is out of reach, intended for Rivera. Scooped up by the Redbirds' Tendy, and it's played up to center. 4-1 lead Hunters. 4 different goal scorers. Cayman Daibo, Suggo Rice, Owen Rice, and Darius Jones. Played up. Quick stick, pass across, shot, score! Chris Stewart. And Newmarket is 2 for 3 on the power play. They've sliced the lead in half. It's 4-2. Game here with 2:34 remaining in this opening period. Kahnawake sending Leighton Mulberry out here for this draw. Stewart overran it. Jensen White and the Redbirds picked it up. Mulberry back out, and the Hunters have possession. Stout back out to Gerald Jones. Winter Rivera. Owen Rice. Swings it to Deho Rodu Daibo. He's knocked down. Solid hit. And the Redbirds come back. Good solid check there by Ben Lawler, number 26. Shot clock at 15, thrown up top. Here's a shot blocked, and that went off of a Redbird. Redbirds are saying it went off of a Hunter. Honda Albany in alone. Big save, Baker. Wow. Back on the Redbirds. 75 seconds left in period 1, and that one is thrown into the Newmarket bench. Unforced error gives it back to the Hunters. 70 seconds remaining in this opening period. A minute 10 if you prefer. I know no one measures their height in meters anymore. Wink, wink, even the Americans. That's a possession call, fresh starting Hunters. Final minute play of the first, brought to you by Burning Leaf on Route 138, right across the street from Goodleaf's Auto. Winter Rivera around the screen. He fires, not on. Picked up by Rice. 20 seconds to shoot. Bomberry around the screen. Fires a howitzer, not on, and that'll go back into Hunters territory. So I'm going to go to Yanis. Back in his own zone. 10 seconds to shoot. Up to Bomberry. Owen Rice out in front. Threw it to Hudgy Jacobs. He died. Actually couldn't get a shot on net. And the shot clock is no longer a factor. They and the game clock are at the same time. 22 seconds remaining. Here is Franken. Trying to swing it up top. Still has possession. He bounces off of Stacy. Back out it comes. 5 seconds to shoot. They score! Belmonte with 5.3 is able to beat Sognosh. And it is 4-3 with, we mentioned, only 5.3 seconds to go here in this opening period. Well, the Redbirds have taken advantage of their opportunities and have made them count. Maybe one goal for Baker that he would want to have back on this end, but other than that, I mean, he's played very well, and the Hunters have themselves a heck of a ball game here tonight, thus far through 20 minutes. Kahnawake led by as many as 3, but Newmarket scored the last 2 goals of the opening 20, and we'll head into the first intermission with our score, Kahnawake Hunters 4, Newmarket Redbirds 3. We're coming back in 8 minutes' time. See you then. Back here at Ray 20 Arena, second period about to begin. The Junior B Hunters leading the Newmarket Redbirds by a count of 4-3. In Junior C action, our Hunters are trailing the Clarington Shamrocks 5-2. That's at Garnet B Rickard Arena in Clarington. Over here, the Hunters leading the Newmarket Redbirds by a count of 4-3. The Hunters at times have had dominant stretches, but all the credit in the world to the Redbirds right now. They have taken advantage of their opportunities. And like you say, you gotta ignore stats. You have to ignore history when you get into any kind of Ontario Junior B League game. Because bear in mind, the Redbirds would be probably a powerhouse in any other league in Canada. Put them in the Quebec League, put them in Saskatchewan, put them in BC, put them in the Maritime League. Like, this team probably competes for a championship in those leagues. That's just how strong the Ontario Lacrosse Association is. Hunters leading at 4-3. The second period about to begin. The Redbirds attacking left to right. The Hunters playing from right to left. Two goaltenders remain the same. Leighton Bomberry getting set to take the draw. This opening faceoff is brought to you by Burning Leaf on Route 138, right across the street from Good Leafs Auto. Bomberry by himself so far until finally Newmarket's Josh Franken will join him, and the Hunters win the draw. Jensen White gets it off, and Winter Rivera, 2 assists in the first period. Back out to Saganugo to Yanis Rice. Spinorama driving to the goal, shoots, and that's stopped by Baker, and he'll hang on to it. That's another thing for Newmarket. Baker has been outstanding thus far, and that's another story for the Redbirds. They've been throwing the ball away a lot thus far. The Hunters have been on that. That's been one thing that they've been very good at thus far. See if they can get some ball movement here. Owen Rice to Cayman Daibo. Back to Rice, shot clock down to 10. Out in front, score! Cayman Daibo has double dipped. He's got his second goal of the evening, and that makes it 5-3 Kahnawake. Good little give and go here. Owen Rice, Cayman Daibo, and Cayman finishes it. And he makes it 5-3 Hunters. That goal comes 48 seconds into this period. Stout knocked it free, and behind it up when Norton is on it. Norton coming back, 2-on-1. Norton to Rivera. Rivera shoots. Baker the save. 6-3 on the score over in Clarington. Shamrocks and the Junior C Hunters. Here it's 5-3 for the Junior B Hunters. We've got a moving pick called against the Redbirds. Winter Rivera. Tehorodu Daibo. Dylan Martin. And Owen Rice picks it up. Shot clock at 20. Swung over. Daibo shoots, save made. A rebound. Rivera is on it. Plus 30 Hunters. And that's stopped by Baker as he turns aside Owen Rice. Up the floor. Aaron Rose. Pressured by Chief Moon. And that is thrown away. And Darius Jones is on it. Jones with Chief Moon. Jones swings it out. Chief Moon rolls it back. Wesley Morris. Darius Jones. And his pass picked up by Rice. Shot clock at 8. Suggo brings it back out. Cayman Daibo gets it over. Shot clock at 3. Albany shoots. Save made. Played up. And the Redbirds bring it over center. Here comes Newmarket, led by Burley. Gets it out. Pass is a little low, and that'll bounce back out to center. And it's stolen by Stout. Stout has 3 Redbirds on him, and he'll throw it back out. A Stout defender. Back out, Kamen Daibo. Swings it over to Sagunuguatsuruyanis. Over to Daibo. Curley gets it over to Kamen. Back down low. On angle, Owen Rice spinning out of trouble. Back up. Pass gets away from Kamen. Shot clock at 3. And here's a 130-foot Hail Mary, not on. Shot clock violation, Hunters. Burley gets away from Rice. And here come the Redbirds. Shot. Hit somebody. It's off of a Kahnawake donor. Redbirds ball. Hunters are pressing high here. And Franken against Norton. Behind Nerdukwa Norton. Chief Moon switches on to Franken. Franken behind the goal. Chief Moon forces him out. Franken on his offside, gets it out. 9 seconds to shoot, or 14 to shoot, sorry. Belmonte out in front. There's a shot, sticked away. While the flex stays in play. Van Domelen knocked off the ball, and Sadagayantu picks it up. Bounce pass is a beauty! And Ruida Haji not on. And the referees are going to confer here. They might have a draw. Redbirds ball. Newmarket ball. 15:35 left to go in the second period. Kahnawake 5, Newmarket 3. Hunters applying a double. They get out of it. And that hits the iron. Newmarket ball. Goes way up. Come out. Quick shot save. Headband up the floor. Winter Rivera reels it in. And was there any doubt? Winter Rivera finishes it, and he's got his first as a Hunter. And that makes it 6-3 with 15:11 left here in the second. Winter Rivera has got his first as a member of the Hunters. Van Domelen coming back. Van Domelen out to Rice in the middle, and Owen swings it out. Sagunuguatsuruyanis fires Baker the save, and he'll keep it out. We got a checking in the crease call coming up here to Sagunuguatsuruyanis. Hunters are doing very well while being aggressive, but a little too aggressive there, and it is time for Mohawk Super Bingo find the queen. Hunters penalty kill. Kahnawake 1 for 3 killing penalties. Newmarket with 2 power play goals thus far. 6-3 lead. And Belmonte, who has 2 of the Redbirds' 3 goals, is on the top here as the Redbirds are on a lefty-heavy kind of power play. Swung back over to the near side where it's retrieved by Aiden Hamilton. Burley back to Hamilton. And that pass is broken up. Gets it back and he's turned aside. Rebound deflected off of his stick. Darius Jones has to get it over. And he will get it over and give it to Owen Rice. Owen on the front, Martin. Sure! Pick and roll and goal. 3 unanswered for the Hunters, and it's 7-3. And Dylan Martin with the finish. And the Hunters go up 7-3. That's a shorty for Dylan Martin. Redbirds on the draw, they win it.
Hunters shortened a goal from number 88, Dylan Martin.
Newmarket still has possession.
6 minutes and 3 seconds. Martin from runs at 6:03.
On the right side of the goal. Tuck in attempt, stuffed out by Shognosh. Van Domelen. Swings it over, Rivera! Oh, Baker turned him aside. Good kick save. Back come the Redbirds. Rivera on defense here alongside Darius Jones. Zane Chief Moon. And so they got Yantu Van Domelen. Hamilton not on. Ball will deflect and go for a front row ticket to your USA. And Greg Horn, of course, GM of the Hunters. Ball went right by him, right in front of him. 7-3 Kahnawake leading. Dehorodu Daibo. Owen Rice. Shot clock down to 10, and the penalty is now over. Rice? No. 4 seconds to go. Jacobs digs it out. Dehorodu has to fire it up here, and that's not on. Shot clock violation. Hunters, Newmarket ball. So the Hunters are now 2 for 4 on the penalty kill. 3-on-1, and it's thrown nearly away. Van Domelen, behind Norton stutters and gets by. Great defensive work by Mr. Norton, number 18. Cayman Daibo. Bomberry tried to feed one. Lines over the top of the goal. Redbirds are on it. Played up the floor. And back comes Newmarket. Lawler spinning. Back out. Hamilton driving in. Shoots around the traffic. No. And a rebound corralled by the Hunters. Up the floor, and that hops on Cayman Daibo. They'll pick it up, though. Behind the Newmarket net. Trying to feed Jensen White. And he did thread the needle. White in too deep, though. He couldn't get the shot off. 15 to shoot. Sugar Rice wide open. Save Baker. Rebound. Martin score! Dylan Martin has double dipped here in the second period. He's got his second goal. It's 8-3. Timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. You want to look and feel your best? Trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, located at the bottom of Wine Ladies Hill. Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness since 2022. Biggest lead of the night for the Hunters at 5. Dylan Martin has his second goal of the evening, and it's 8-3. Hunters leading here in Newmarket. Still 6-3 over on Clarington. Galen Martin has his second. Rivera dancing. Spins off. Oh, he put him in a blender. But he could not get the goal. Cayman Dibo. Shot clock at 20. Out to Rivera. He fires. Save. Or that was blocked. Never did get through to Baker. Went to Rivera. One hand on the stick. Flicks it out to Cayman Dibo. Shot fakes. Cayman spinorama. Quick stick attempt is not on. And that shot's late. Shot clock violation, Hunters. Productive possession though. Tyler Dibo pressuring high. That's the one thing the Hunters have done a lot, pressuring high. And make sure that every pass hurts. Belmonte. He swings it out. Nice little stutter step move and a shot save made. A rebound. Tylen knocks it up in the air. Hamilton picks it up. Got the step, swung it over. And an offhand shot save made. Follow chance. Intercepted by Jones. Thrown up the floor behind Newmarket Norton. Against Belmonte. Belmonte chasing him down. Knocked him on his head, and then there's a penalty. And Tylen Dibo coming to the defense of his teammate. But ultimately, the most costly penalty will potentially be the actual penalty itself, as Alex McAllister, 25, going to send in for a high stick. It's time for a Mohawk Super Ring. Go find the Queen. Hunters power play. They are 1 for 2 on the man advantage tonight. Leighton Bomberry. Over to H.J. Jacobs. Cayman Dibo. With Rivera. Fires. Pad save made. Rebound. Rivera's on it. Cayman. Rivera. Back out. Rivera. Swung out. That pass misses. Jacobs bounces in the hole. Good hit by Bomberry. Redbirds come out of it. McBride. Rivera knocked it away. Went to Rivera, the last man back on the fence. We've seen him play defense quite a bit here thus far in this game. 50 seconds gone by in the power play. Rivera, quick stick, big save, Baker. Saganuk wants to do Yannis, back for Cayman Dibo, to the top. Cayman Dibo, setting up, back to the top, Rivera, around the screen for Bomberry, moving. Ball's knocked away, stolen by the Hunters. Ruin to H.J. Jacobs, went to Rivera, stutter steps, driving in. Big save, Baker. Possession call, Hunters possession. Fresh 30. Here's the power play. Ruin to H.J. Jacobs. Cayman Dibo to Jacobs. Back to Cayman. Over to Jacobs. To the middle, Cayman Dibo. 3 righties out there. Owen Rice at 14. Down low, quick stick, Rivera. Save made. 14 seconds to go on the power play. A lot of chances for the Hunters in this PP, but ultimately no goals. Van Donelin pressuring, ranges back into the boards. Penalty is over, so the Hunters are now 1 for 3 on the power play. Knocked away, Jones. Morris and Jones pinning their man up. That's a violation. Speaking of violations, I think we're going to get a power play for Newmarket coming up here, and there's Jones is going to go to the sin bin. 7:25 to go. It's 2 for high sticking. So Newmarket going to work on their 5th power play. They are 2 for 4 thus far. Time for a Mohawk Super Bingo find the Queen. Hunters penalty kill. Don't forget, we'll be live tomorrow at 12:55 here on Baby Blue Memories for the Hunters and the West Durham Ironheads. Ironheads and the Akwesasne Thunder are playing right now. Back up top he goes. Belmonte fires, save, rebound. Shot Nosh up the floor. That's out of reach. Intended for Jensen White. I'm live at 12:55 for the pregame show. Game starts at 1 o'clock. The junior C's play at 2. They'll be in Whitby. Down low, quick shot, big save by with the breadbasket. Shognosh flashes the leather. Van Domelin bringing it in, and he gets it to Jensen White. Back out to Owen Rice. Trying to cut through the parting of the Red Sea, and Owen back out to Cayman Daibo. Shot clock's at 4. Martin posting up in front. Shot clock violation on the Hunters. 55 seconds left in the power play for the Redbirds. Pops, and it's scooped up by Aaron Rose. Rose swings it up to the middle, open look, there's a shot, not on, and a rebound, bounces back. Behind your knuckle, Norton trying to track it down, and he will get there. Norton, 20 seconds to go in the penalty. Pushed up against the wall, and he gets it over to Rivera. Rivera to Cayman Daibo. Daibo in front, pass to Rivera, trying to thread the needle there. Redbirds are on it. Shot clock's not resetting. There we go. Penalty is over. Hunters 3 for 5 on the penalty kill. There's Jones, scoops it up. Tylan Daibo just laid into one of the Redbirds who ate the campus. Both Tylan and his brother playing right now. 2 different barns. One for Junior B, the other for Junior C. Rua to Haji Jacobs. Back behind the goal. Shot clock's at 10, out in front. And De Howard Odu not able to pull the trigger. Jacobs knocked it free. De Howard Odu steals it. Save made by Baker. Jacobs is on the bench. Going over to the near side. That'll be a high sticky call. Tylan Daibo going to a sin bin. And it's a high sticky call with 4:33 to go. Goaltender's timeout. This timeout brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Want to look and feel your best? Trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, located at the bottom of Blind Ladies Hill. Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness since 2022. Time for a Mohawk Super Bingo find the Queen Hunters penalty kill. Kahnawake 3 for 5. Killing penalties tonight.
Hunters penalty number 5, Tylan Daibo. 2 minutes by sticky.
High sticking the call on Tylan Daibo. Swung over to Belmonte, up to the middle. Backhanded down low. And Shognosh gets a shoulder on it. And they reset it. Redbirds in possession. Belmonte fires and scores! Well, he's got his second straight hat trick, had 4 goals the other night. And it's a power play goal once again for the Redbirds. 8-4. 3:58 to go in the second. I mentioned Noah Belmonte. 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points in that game the other night against Aurelia. A game in which the Redbirds led 5-0 after the first. Aurelia came back and won here. It was a 13-11 game. Rivera out in front. Martin! Not on. 7 seconds to shoot. Thrown up. Rivera has to fire it. Lets it go. Save made. A rebound. Jacobs. Give me the phone. Give me the phone, baby. Fresh 30 Hunters. Martin. Rivera. Jones. Score! 9-4. For the second goal for D. Jones. 9-4. A lot of the Hunters' goals tonight have been just that effort goal. Jones has his second. Came in. Crease violation. Winter Rivera with a goal and 3 assists tonight. Thus far. 2:40 to go in the second period. Kahnawake 9, Newmarket 4. Waller. Near side. Belmonte back out. Burley. Long shot. Shognosh got it with the right shoulder. Newmarket gets to Lucy. Burley shoots off the back of Tiger Stacy. And they hide near Duckwood. Norton retrieves it. Norton swings it in. They hide near Duckwood. Rice. Albany. Hunter's got 6 on the floor. Save made. Yeah. Oh boy, would they have been mad if the Hunters scored there. They had 6 guys on the floor for a good portion. Oh, Jones is going to take a penalty. Delayed call on the floor. And we'll see what the call is here with a minute 18 to go. Two-minute penalty for interference on Darius Jones. And Newmarket 3 for 6 on the power play. So it's penalty kill number 7 for the Hunters. This penalty kill brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. 9-4 lead here as we get into the final 70 seconds of period 2. Oh, Shognosh has to be sharp here on a shot that changed angles. And that'll get by Jensen White. Final minute of play in the second, brought to you by Burning Leaf. Located on Route 138, right across the street from Goodleaf's Auto. 2-minute penalty for interference on Darius Jones. And the Redbirds throw this one back. Belmonte, 10 seconds to shoot. Belmonte out in front, shot, save made. A rebound, up the floor it goes, and it bounces on Stout. Belmonte picks it up. Shot clock no longer a factor. We're down to the last 17. That's ripped, and that'll get out of play. But it'd be interesting to see if Brandon Francis wants a timeout here. And you know what? I think Brandon Francis would like to take a timeout. He will call a timeout with 11.4 seconds to go in period number 2. Hunters are shorthanded, but that shot clock is not a factor. This timeout is brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Want to look and feel your best? Trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, located at the bottom of Blind Ladies Hill. Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness since 2022. So it was 4-3 at the end of the first period of play, but the Hunters, given the second period, have outscored Newmarket 5-1. And have turned what was a 4-3 game into a 9-4 game. Fought 9-4 Hunters with 11.4 seconds remaining. Akwesasne trailing the Ironheads right now 8-6 in West Durham. And it's 10-5 for the Clarendon Shamrocks over the Junior C Hunters in the second period over there. Leighton Bomberry, Hunters have pulled the goalie for an extra attacker. Divo trying to feed Martin in front. And some rough stuff going on at the end of the second. And it looks like cooler heads will prevail, but the Hunters may be experiencing a 5-on-3 disadvantage when we start period number 3. A good period for the Hunters. They were up 4-3 after 20. 40 minutes have concluded with Kahnawake leading Newmarket by a score of 9-4. The third period is coming up. You're watching Hunters Lacrosse on Baby Blue Memories. Welcome back to Ray 20 Arena in Newmarket. Third period of play about to begin. And the Hunters will be killing a 5-on-3 or a 4-on-3 I should say, as we had matching minors at the end of the second period. Hayden McBride and Dylan Martin both going to the sin bin, so it's 4-on-3. Once again, it's time for Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen. Hunters penalty kill. Four on three as we start this third period of play. This opening face-off is brought to you by Burning Leaf on Route 138 in Kahnawake for all the best in utilities, including drinks, exotic drinks. Check them out on Route 138 right across from Goodleaf's Auto. Period 3 starts. Leighton Bomberry won it. He tried. 30 seconds left to go in the Newmarket power play. Milwaukee has killed off 4 of 7. Out in front. Winter Rivera. Yard sale. 5 seconds to shoot. And that is blocked. Van Domelen took that one in the calf. I know that's not going to feel good, but as a field lacrosse goaltender, I'll say this, it hurts less when you make the save. Penalty is over. The Hunters are now 4 for 7 on the Find the Queen Hunters penalty kill. 4 on 4. Sagano Gotsurugiani Rice. Team and Dido. Winter Rivera. Ball chopped away. That's an interference called on the Redbirds, so the Hunters will have it. Winter Rivera making that play happen. 4 on 4 isolated here. Toying with his food, and he's turned aside. Up the floor it goes. There's Jones, can't reel it in. McBride turned over. Belmonte swings it. Pass a little too low. 25 seconds left in the 4 on 4. Jones chases his man out. Sharp angle shot, save, a rebound. Goes behind the net, Newmarket on it. And that hits the crossbar, stays in play. Belmonte fires, and that stopped. Up the floor, Cayman Divo chasing it. Belmonte is able to get away from him. And the penalties are over. Martin out of the box. Save. First 30, rebound, blocked. That'll land. Hit the Shognosh. And we're going to get matching minors here, it looks like. Well, that'll put a stop to that with 17:38 left to go. 10-5 scoreline after 2 periods in Clarington. The Shamrocks and our Junior C Hunters. Akwesasne trailing the West Durham Ironheads 10-8. Sorry, 8-6. End of the second period. Now it's 9-8 for the Ironheads. Meanwhile, Gloucester putting a good old-fashioned whooping on Brampton right now, 14-4 Griffins over at Earl Armstrong Arena. There's a shot Tate made. Nepean leading Mimico 10-3. Hunters are killing a penalty here, so it's time once again for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen. Hunters penalty kill. Milwaukee 4 for 7 killing penalties. And that That's a over and back call on Van Dummelen. Here comes Belmonte. Darius Jones has filled up the score sheet tonight. 2 goals, 1 assist, and 4 penalties. And a great game defensively. And there's a takeaway by Rivera. Rivera, 1-on-1. Spins off, shoots, save made, and he will take a penalty for a high stick. And that'll kill the power play. Interference is the call. It'll be 4-on-4 for the next minute and 3. Sago, Dehoruru, Cayman Daibo. And he's in the crease. Well, offensively, the Hunters right now not really in much of a rhythm. They just got to start doing what they were doing the first couple of periods, specifically that second period. In the first period, they had moments of brilliance on the offensive side of the ball. Hamilton back out. There's a shot coming in, down on. Van Dummelen knocked his man down. Shot blocked again, on a play. Press 30 for the Redbirds. 22 seconds left in the penalty to Darius Jones. He'll come out of the box and the Hunters will be on a power play. Good stick check. That was Wesley Morris getting in the way of that. Back up top it comes. That's whistled wide. Rebound. Morris corrals it. Behind your Northwood Norton. Delaying. Shooting not on. And that'll go on a play into the crowd. Penalty, by the way, to Jones is over, so it's time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters power play, albeit an extremely brief one. 50 seconds left in the penalty to Newmarket. Jones. Shot clock down to 13. Darius Jones is on it. And his pass is over the head of Tylen Daibo, stays in play. Possession call. Newmarket ball. And a delay of game call on Tylen Daibo, and that'll do it for the Hunters power play. So it's 4-on-4. Hunters, by the way, have killed off 5 of 8 Newmarket power plays. Belmonte.
Hunters 75, Tylen Daibo. 2 minutes.
Pass is blocked. Shot notched, the interception.
55 seconds. Daibo, 2 for the lead, at 4:55.
Down near Northwood Norton has it knocked away. Picked up by Van Dummelen, who spins out of it. Penalty is over to Newmarket. Chief Moon. Hunters get it over center. Cayman. Rivera. Save made. Belmonte back for Newmarket. Shot clock at 2. Redbirds have to fire one up here. Shognosh makes the save. A rebound, played up, and that shattered the stick of Jensen White. Wow. Talk about an extreme inopportune time for that to happen. Down to the final 30 seconds left in what is now a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters penalty kill. Owen Rice out of the game. He's icing his ankle right now, so a big loss for the rest of tonight for the Hunters. Stolen by Kahnawake. Norton. Chevy. That was Stout with the opportunity. Penalties over. The Hunters are now 6 of 9 on the Mohawks. We're going to go find the Queen Hunters penalty kill. Tylen Daibo with the takeaway. He came in unattended. Good old-fashioned work there defensively for Tylen. 15 seconds to shoot. Here's Kahnawake to Yanni Slice. Behind the net. Hammond. Picked up. Albany tried to thread the needle. And another penalty taken by the Hunters. Power play number 10 coming up for Newmarket. Can only imagine if the Hunters would be able to stretch the lead if they just stayed out of the box. A lot of these penalties they're taking are really unnecessary too. High sticking the call. Dylan Martin a little frustrated with the contact in front of the net of Baker, but he can't really swipe away like that, especially when the referee's watching him. Mohawks are going to find the Queen Hunters penalty kill, which has gotten a workout, and there's a save. Shongosh up the floor, and here is Stout. Stout, Sip, penalty coming up, and that will do it for the penalty kill. Great pass up the floor, and Stout with some great work, reeling that in. It's 4-on-4 for the next minute 37 seconds. 9-4 Kahnawake leading. And the Akwesasne Thunder have rallied to take the lead in West Durham. 11-10 Thunder. Over to Hajj Jacobs. And that's intercepted. Here is the breakaway. It is McBride. Not on. Over to Hajj Jacobs. 1:10 left in the 4-on-4. Nine-4 lead for the Hunters. Rivera. Turned away, and Winter didn't make Newmarket pay the price, but he did make the Newmarket net pay the price there. Goal and 3 assists tonight for the newest Kahnawake Hunter. 9-4 lead for the Hunters. We've got 11 minutes and just a bit of change remaining here in the third. And now officially 11 minutes left. 4-on-4 for another 34 seconds. Redbirds are changing goalies? I guess not. This should be a shot clock violation, by the way, on Newmarket. Chief Moon to Jones. He's got 2 goals tonight. De Howard Ordo. Bomberry. Around the screen. Fires in that stop. Hunters are now officially on a power play for 20 seconds. This is the Mohawk Super Bingo find the Queen Hunters power play. It's over and back. So they will get a chance here on this PP, at least one possession. Rivera, over to Hajj Jacobs. Dival. Saga Rice, over to Hajj Jacobs. Fires that stop. There's a long pass. They thread the net needle. Not on. And that was Belmonte, kind of the last player you want to see if you're the Hunters taking that shot. He's already got 3 goals tonight. He tries it again, and that is blocked. Wesley Morris doing the honors there. Hyundai Albany. Gets it out to Saganuk Wachirugianis. Winter Rivera. And that howitzer missed. Rice picks it up. 9 seconds to shoot. Bomberry. Rivera. Martin. What a pass! Crossbar! Wow. Great feed by Winter Rivera. Dylan Martin cutting to the goal. Hits the iron, and it's time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters power play. Kahnawake 2 for 4 on the power play. Holding the call against Newmarket. And we've got a timeout taken by Brandon Francis. This timeout brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Want to look at Feel Your Best? Trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, located at the bottom of Blind Ladies Hill. Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness since 2022. Akwesasne leading the Western Ironheads 11-10. Meanwhile, Nepean and Mimico. Last check it was 10-3 Knights. Currently it is 11-3 Nepean over there. And now we're just gonna have a look at how our junior C's are doing. They were down 10-5 at last check. It is currently 12-7. For the Shamrocks over the Hunters. And here the Hunters up by 5. Junior B Hunters 9, the Newmarket Redbirds 4. Cayman Divo. Winter Rivera. Dylan Martin back to Winter. At the top for Cayman Divo. Hyundai Albany. Out to Cayman. Down low, Soga Rice. Denied! Baker! Back on the Redbirds. Sharp angle shot. Shognosh comes up with a big stop. Crease to crease, making the denial. 9-4 with 8:30 to go here in the third. No goals scored in this third period thus far. Cayman Divo. And Owen Rice out of the game with the... appears he was icing his ankle anyway. Rice out in front. Sogo Rice. Score! Power play goal. 10-4. Well, Saganuk Wachirugianis Rice has his second goal. Hunters are 3 for 6 on the power, or 3 for 5 on the power play. They have hit the jackpot, just like you can by playing Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. Hunters lead it 10-4. 8 minutes to go. And it's retrieved by White. Jensen White, number 16. Dive out in front. Martin lost it. Back on it, and he throws this one out to center. Saganuk Wachirugianis is on it. Out to Cayman Divo, 10 seconds to shoot. Here's Martin scores! He cuts in and buries it far side. Dylan Martin has the hat trick. And it is 11-4 with 7:32 to go. Good old-fashioned pick and roll lacrosse. That's the way the Hunters have been doing it. They Their ball movement has been great. Yeah, they've had some ISOs, but when they're moving the lacrosse ball, they become a machine.
Hunter goals for number 88, Ethan Martin. Assistant number 21, Kamen Daibo. And number 22,
One-handed right on save made. Van Domlin knocks it free. And Bomberry is on it. Darius Jones comes back. Threw it out in front. Rivera, save made. And Rivera knocks it free. Jones threw it out in front. It lands on net. He tried to hit Ruda Hadji Jacobs with the pass, and Jacobs was free for a moment. Landed back out on the near side. Van Hoosen up top to Belmonte. Back on the far side. Hamilton around a screen. Has Belmonte in the middle. Shot clock at 5. Belmonte fires, blocked. Hunters are on it. Jones up the floor. That bounces on Stout, and he picks it up. Stout. Out in front, quick stick. And oh. All right, so no goal. I didn't see it ever go in. I was kind of waiting to see what the big delay was for. Back comes Newmarket. Shot comes in. Shognosh makes the save. Shognosh to Jensen White. White coming 2-on-1. White swings it over, and that rocket sails away from Cayman Daibo. Picked up by Martin. Martin freight training to the goal. Back to Cayman Daibo, and he'll back it out. 12 seconds to shoot. Dehorodu fires, and that is gobbled up by Baker. And that is thrown up. I don't know if Daibo got a piece of it or if it was fanned upon. And Daibo's on it. Cayman behind the net. Cayman up top for Rivera. Shot clock at 17. Out in front, Dehorodu, shoulder save, Baker. Rivera's on it, fresh 30 Hunters. Dehorodu, back out to Bomberry. Bomberry, that pass is a little too high for Rivera. Picked up by Newmarket. And there's Baker coming out to set the pick. And that is picked up and stolen by Van Domlin. Morris coming back. There's Jones. Dehorodu Daibo swings it out. Thielen shooting. Oh, that hit somebody off of a Redbird and out of play. That's Ruda Hadji Jacobs up to Dehorodu Daibo. Rivera tried to feed Martin. Pass lines in the lap of Dehorodu Daibo. Back out to Ruda Hadji Jacobs. Spinning. Shot clock at 14. Jacobs back out to Daibo. Over to Rivera. Around the screen. Rivera to Martin. Martin open. Not on. He missed it. Newmarket scoops it up. In transition the other way, and that shot's whistled wide. It'll go out of play. And line pretty much at the scorekeeper's box. Here on the near side, 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. 11-4 Hunters. Sago Nukwaturu Yanis Rice. He's got 2 goals. Leighton Bomberry. Cayman Daibo. Gets a screen. Daibo. Open. Fire, scores. And there might be some more stuff after Cayman Daibo picks up the Hattie. it's Cayman Daibo's third. He's got a hat trick, but unsportsmanlike conduct is the call. 12-4, but Newmarket has a power play. Hunters, but Newmarket has a power play, so it's time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen. Hunters a penalty kill. Kahnawake killing off, or trying to kill off what is penalty kill number 11 for them. As the Redbirds scoop it up. Down low. There's a shot, and that hits the post. Rebound corralled by Jensen White. He rolls out. 12-4 Hunters leading. Hunters got to get it over. Bounce, and that's dropped. And Newmarket's on it. Back on the Redbirds, first 30. Oh, we apologize for the error.
60 minutes, 43 seconds. Two unsportsmanlike conduct at 16:43.
There's a shot, not on. And a rebound picked up by the Redbirds. There's a shot coming in, save made, and a rebound foul by the Hunters. Penalty kill number 11 for the Hunters. They are 7 for 10 on the PK today. Saganuk Watsuru Yanni. Out to Winter Rivera. Rivera goes behind the net. Out in front, Martin couldn't handle the pass. And it's scooped up by Newmarket. Back on the Redbirds. Rivera, no goal. 100 seconds remaining here in Newmarket. Here come the Redbirds. 10 seconds on the power play. Behind the net, and that is broken up. Scooped up by the Hunters. Behind your Duckwood Norton. Penalty coming up here to Newmarket. And the penalty to Cayman Daibo is done. Extra attacker on for the Hunters. Saganuk Watsuru Giannis. And that's picked off. So, time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters power play. Power play number 6 are going to walk it. They are 3 for 5 on the PP. And we're in the final minute. The final minute of this one is brought to you by Burning Leaf on Route 138. All the best in exotic drinks. They have drinks which no one else in the community has to offer. Check them out on Route 138, right across the street from Goodleaf's Auto. This Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters power play, of course, brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. Power play number 6. Cayman Daibo. Over to Hudgy Jacobs. He fires. Stick save made by Baker. Redbirds got to get it out. They do. Cayman Daibo. Final 28 seconds left. 1 second differential between the game and the shot clock here. Over to Hudgy. Shoots. Score! He got it! There it is, his first career junior B-goal. Over to Hudgy Jacobs. The first year call up from U17. Welcome to the Junior B show, my friend. Todd Warner, if you're watching back home, your boy just scored a Junior B. That's a power play goal. The Hunters have hit the jackpot just like you can by playing Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. Brewer to Hudgy Jacobs. Leighton Ballberry will bring it out. Final 8 seconds will tick off. And the Kahnawake Hunters here in very workmanlike conditions, defeat the Newmarket Redbirds by a final score of 13-4. It was 4-3 at the end of the first period. The Redbirds really made the Hunters sweat for a bit, but the Hunters rally and outscored Newmarket 9-1 in the last two periods to get this one by a final count of 13-4. They're 2-1. The Redbirds dropped to 0-2. The Hunters are back in action tomorrow. We'll be live at 12:55 for the Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness pregame show. Your final score here in Newmarket, Ontario. The Kahnawake Hunters 13, the Newmarket Redbirds 4. And I just want to have a quick look here at the out-of-town scoreboard, see how our junior C's are doing. They were down 14-9 last night. It's 14-10 for the Clarington Shamrocks. They've got, let's see, about a minute remaining. Russell Dahaway Gabriel just scored for the junior C Hunters, but Kahnawake trailing over there by a count of 14-10. Over here, no such issues as the Hunters prevail over the Newmarket Redbirds by a final score of 13-4. We'll see you tomorrow at 12:55. And we will be on a bit of a hiatus here. We're done for the next 17 hours. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. On the